Nerd could rise up. It could get elevated. Nerd could rise up. It could get elevated.
Hey, nerds.
Nerd
Hey.
used to be just a
We back.
word.
I know we took a little break, but, again, life. Kyle and I have been busy. It's been a busy summer.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle's in the process of moving.
Yep.
So he will be MIA after today for a little bit, we think.
Yep. Probably after today. Yeah, just in the process of moving, and it's a odd moving situation. All for the better, but it's going to take me a little while to be resettled and with, computer and internet and all the things. So, we're going to test a few things later this week to see if maybe I can do some stuff over the phone.
We're going to try Zoom over the phone.
Yeah, we're going to try to Zoom it over the phone. And so I'm not really going to have internet where I will, but not good enough for us to be able to do what we're doing. So we're going to try a few things in the interim. Chris is going to line up some guest hosts and such. And hopefully it won't be terribly too long. There is a possibility, just, transparency there, that it may be, a few months before I'm able to get set back up and back into where I can do this. But we'll be back, or I'll be back, hopefully sooner than later. So,
yeah. So, you sent me the clip file of the art. Yep. Cool. Okay. So, welcome to Every Man's Guide to Nerdom, where we are too hot. When I mean hot, it's going to be 110 here today.
it's not the heat that gets you, it's the humidity.
It's the humidity. We are too hot 40-something-year-olds.
And I got stuff sticking to stuff that I didn't know could stick together in this, as humid as it is right now.
Grundle fundle. Grundle fundle. 240-something-year-olds who talk about pretty much whatever we want. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kyle. And if you guys like to be a part of the community, join the link, or to click on the link to the Discord server in the show notes down below. Discord's this cool little awesome free application that we use. You guys could use. Every nerd should have it. Our server is full of like-minded and non-like-minded nerds, I guess you could think of. For any topic that you want to talk about, we have all kinds of little chat rooms and such for anything from ball sports, anime, movies, TV shows, Funkos, Legos, food, beer, you name it. It's there. Video games, board games, not board games. It's all there. So join and hop in the conversation. Also, if you want to hang out, I'm gonna have to change this one now for the next several weeks.
Yeah.
Chris over there will be streaming live on Twitch, Guyver Unit 01, GUYVERUNT 01, streaming on the weekends. I did stream, but I'll be taking a break until the move gets settled. But when I come back, you can find me under KSIG, K_SIG, doing horror games, indie games, community games, whatever our fancy is grabbed by at that particular time.
Whatever's cool, not necessarily cool with everyone else, but cool with us.
Yes. So
yeah,
we're a week behind, but topic of the day.
Topic
of the day. We're like a week out from Father's Day. We were going to do this last week, and schedules conflicted, and things came up, and we just weren't able to. So we're just, per tradition, we're celebrating the holiday a week late, and we're going to talk about not necessarily like nerdy dads, but like pop culture. I mean, a lot of our stuff dives off the super nerdy and into pop culture because that's what it is, popular, right? And people love to discuss it, love to talk about it, and so we're kind of doing our little Mount Rushmore-ish of things, our top 5 pop culture dads, TV dads, nerd dads, whatever, however you want to look at it. And this was really hard for me to narrow down to just 5. And so my 5 is maybe not even my real top 5 if I even thought about it even longer. But there's some in here that were like big influences on me growing up, big influences on me being a dad, just great characters, portrayed awesome dads or influential dads. They may not have all been awesome dads on my list, but they're on honorable mention. They're not on the They're not going on.
They entertained us.
they entertained us.
And we're also preferencing, like Hal said, it's pop culture dads, nerdy dads, nerds to us. Like if they meant something to us.
Yes. Yeah.
Not really you. We don't care about you.
This is us. This is our show. You want to do your own show?
So would you like to start off, sir? Do the honors? Your number 5?
And so I've got mine, and I don't have them in really like in a 1 to 5 order. I've just got 5.
Okay, just no particular order then.
But very high on my list, especially from whenever I was younger. And the more I think about it now, how I don't know if my fathering style is, God, I hope not, partially poor or like built off of the Homer Simpson. Like Homer,
you and I are the same on that one.
Oh, you got a Homer also? Okay,
yep.
Well, we may do some shuffling, but
I don't know. Well, I'm going to hear your reasoning, and then we'll do my reasoning.
Well, so Homer portrayed as the bumbling dad idiot more often than not, but Homer most of the time always was working, always supporting the kids, did his best. Now, it wasn't always good. Objectively,
he tried,
but he, without fail, was always trying. And so with that, that's where I got Homer. Like, I mean, he's had the same job for like the last 30 something years now, right? I mean, the kids don't get any older. Imagine his food bill. Like, you would think, like, man, they're eventually gonna get out of the house. Him and Marge are gonna, retire. And no, they're just there. And
they're still buying diapers 35 years later.
Yeah, like Bart right now in real life years is probably as old as Homer was when the show started, if not older.
Yeah.
We want to think about it that way. Oh God,
we're old.
They're stuck in like Groundhog Day. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So I got Homer just based off of those reasons, like, and not afraid to like laughs at himself. We all laugh at Homer. I just think that there's some good life lessons and examples that could actually be learned from him.
Yep, I agree. So mine was Homer. I have a Homer also. Lily brought this up to me this morning. She goes, "You mention this to me all the time, and that's Lisa needs braces." Homer is always putting his kids' needs above himself. Like that episode, Homer found a way to get her braces. That was the unionized thing.
Also, he's an entrepreneur when needed, or attempts to. Mr. Plow.
Mr. Sparkles!
I was thinking Mr. Plow.
Yeah, I'm Mr. Plow. What's my name? I love Mr. Plow. That would also work in Homer's porn career.
It would. That's the different.
Don't. Doe. But yeah, Homer's
stupid naked Flanders.
Stupid sexy Flanders. Homer is like not always the best dad, but he's there for his family.
He's the best dad that he can be.
He's the best, and I think that's kind of the goal for any of us that are dads.
Yeah,
we're not always the best.
I feel like we've been skewed by, oh my God, we're going to sound like we're over 40 now, but like social media and Instagram and things like that, like all these pie in the sky fairy tale images of people posting their best. That's all you see is their best.
Yep. And like the reels with the we're going to Disney and look at the perfect. They didn't fucking misspell my name at Starbucks.
Yeah.
Cross.
Now shut up, Steve.
Yeah.
Like nobody's going to misspell Steve. All you do is spell with a PH, Steve. No.
Stiff. And then mocha frappe latte for cool. Coil.
My name has been misspelled more than once. They're like, how do you spell that? I'm like, how do you think?
Sound it out.
Yeah. Whatever, Bob. All right. So
my name's Tom.
So there's our, I think, realistic dad, right? I mean, we
grew up watching Homer.
We grew up watching Homer. Like we got expectations, and I feel like we've probably modeled our parenting style off of a combination of several of the dads on here. The
Yeah.
more I've dove into my list, more I thought like, okay, I do stuff like that. Oh, that's why I do that. Like, and like not to like knock our own dads. Like there's a lot of stuff I do that my dad and my stepdad had like infused in me growing up. But we watched a lot of TV. Like, you know, I wasn't always out in the shop helping dad work on stuff or whatever, because that's how you get wrenches thrown at you.
Right.
But I would like, we would see these over and over again. And that was, you know, a huge influence on us. So who's your second one?
My number 2. And
Who's it
again,
work
no
for?
particular order. Al Bundy.
I had him as an honorable mention.
Did you? Well, I'd say Al because I used to watch the shit out of Married with Children. The founder of No Ma'am.
Mm-hmm. Probably watched it way before I should have been watching it.
Yeah, 100%. You know, he's the one who coined the term Choco Hooters. Choco Hooters. Choco Hooters. Choco Hooters. Always trying to score with the hot ladies, but not actually trying to score, just admiring the ladies.
Yeah,
always
had a flirt.
Big flirt. Always had a quick response to the rude shoe people. Friends with Griff, friends with Jefferson and Steve. You know, made fun of his little Dutch boy neighbor, Marcy Darcy. And for all his faults, he was always there for his family. When it came down to it, whatever, you know, if someone hurt Peg or did something wrong, he was there.
Yeah.
If someone hurt his kids,
they got to make fun of his family was him.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was, you know, he was by far not anywhere close to the perfect dad.
Oh, no.
No breaks.
But, you know, he probably out of almost all the dads on the list, minus one I have, like he's probably the one more apt to kick ass, because I mean, Ed O'Neill's he's a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, trained under Gracie's.
Is he really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. When did he get his black belt? He trained under Rory and Gracie.
Damn, I didn't know that.
And did he wait a minute? Did he do something with football? Hold on. I'm looking now. He got a scholarship to Ohio University for football.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Played through his sophomore year. Didn't get along with his coach, went to Youngstown.
Yeah.
He was a defensive lineman at Youngstown.
Was he really?
Uh-huh.
But yeah, it's like, you know, the whole thing was he worked at a job he hated.
Selling shoes.
But you know what? He still worked it. I mean,
Peggy work?
No, Peggy didn't work.
So how?
He sat at home eating the bonbons.
So, okay, I'm going to go a little opposite of, like, as we're talking about our feel good stuff. I feel like there's some unrealistic expectations that were set by these 80s and 90s dads that we have. Because, okay, Ed sold shoes.
Right.
The house that he had, it was a big house, a nice house in the suburbs. Right. Homer does work at a nuclear plant, so he probably does make decent money. I don't know how he got the job, but those are both like single income homes.
They showed it how he got the job one time, and it was a total fluke.
For Simpson?
Yeah.
I don't remember that one.
He applied when they were building it.
I might remember that one.
I guarantee if you saw the episode, you'd remember it.
I probably would. We're on season, 37 or something now?
85 million.
I mean, I haven't watched an episode in forever. Yeah, they're on like season 36. There's been 768. They're catching up with One Piece number of episodes. Okay. So, all right. So you had, where'd my list go?
Yeah, your turn.
Okay. So you had Al Bundy, which Al Bundy could kick some ass. He did a few times.
Yep.
Remember, just pop. My ass kicking dad on my list. I've got Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead.
Yeah, I could go with that.
You know, you think about a dad that's went through some, and you know what? I didn't even finish the series. I got about 3/4 of the way through and then stopped because I kind of lost interest. But Rick in the show, Rick in the comics, You know, anything for that boy. Carl was kind of a shithead sometimes. I mean, could you imagine trying to raise, as a single dad, a angsty teenager in a zombie apocalypse?
Nope.
You know,
I'm getting ready to raise an angsty teenager in a non-zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
And you're raising a teenager in this non-apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
And it sucks.
Yeah. Yeah. Like no food. Dad, I'm bored. Like, shh.
It's like,
We're
okay,
trying to
Dad, you don't
live.
understand me. I said,
Yeah.
good morning.
Yeah. Rick Grimes just, you know, and just as the actor, I always thought it was cool, just like his accent changed because he's English, British. And so that little accent shift of a lot of people on that show actually was always pretty cool. But yeah, I thought Rick, like, and he, you know, even in that, like, he had his up times and his down times, and found out his best friend banged his wife, and like that might not be his kid. Oh yeah, he's raising 2 kids. I forgot about the baby.
Yeah.
And so
baby.
yeah, he had a tough go. I mean, he kept it together fairly well, I think, given the circumstances.
And he formed a big group.
Yeah, and he didn't give up.
He's a leader.
He didn't give up. Well,
Nope.
He had every reason to give up multiple times over. Just the zombie apocalypse in itself. Like that's
and he got with Michonne.
Oh yeah, there's that. Wow.
She carried him.
I didn't get that far into it, but I remember hearing about it.
Yeah.
All right, who's your
3?
Okay, yep, we're on 3.
My 3 would be Hank Hill.
Oh, I didn't have Hank on mine.
13 seasons of King of the Hill, getting ready to have the revival. I still watch King of the Hill all the time.
I just seen King of the Hill stuff all the time.
Yeah. Hank is, you know, he's about family. He gave Peggy the hearty handshake when they got married. You know, closed-minded Texan, but he was there for his family.
See, Hank reminds me of a lot of people in my family.
Honk Hill?
Oh, Honk Hill.
That boy ain't white.
No,
that boy ain't white. Honk Hill.
You know, he obviously loves Taco Bell because he's got to get a ball. You know, he participated in Bobby's activities, even when we didn't agree with him. You know, the Order of the Straight Arrow.
Yep.
Got him to sign up for. See, okay, I need to go back and watch a lot more. I used to watch the crap out of King of the Hill. That's my purse. I need to go
when
back.
He sent him to the Y.
I need to go back and rewatch that because I feel like my youngest, I'm raising Bobby right now. And I mean
a tater tot.
I mean that in the nicest way possible. But yeah,
he is
yeah.
Bobby.
You've been around him.
He is Bobby.
He's 100% Bobby Hill. So
I'm a troll man. But Hank is like, he's one of my favorite TV dads. Like
oh yeah,
I watch the shit out of the King of the Hill still. Like I love that show, and just Hank's there for his family. He's a good dad. He provides because he sells propane and propane accessories, clean burning fuel.
Do we throw in John Redcorn as an honorable mention or as a?
Oh hell yeah, we can. John Redcorn's always around, and he's healing headaches.
Yeah.
Oh, Nancy.
My migraines.
This is my band. What is it? Hot Fudge Mountain?
I think so.
Hot Fudge Mountain.
Was that your number? So Hank's your number 3?
Hank's my 3.
I've got a similar number 3. He's not animated, but absolutely loved watching him. And just this is another one from the 90s when we had TGIF. And like, you didn't just watch sitcoms, you learned life lessons.
Is this Carl?
No. Oh, no, you're close.
Tim the Toolman Taylor.
Tim the Toolman Taylor. Yes. I absolutely loved Home Improvement. Tim. And like, there was some of the episodes that got kind of deep, like After School Specially, kind of.
Yep.
But, you know, he kind of reminded me of my uncle in a way, my mom's brother. Always working on cars. And But I
Oh,
loved
he's
it.
hurting himself.
Yes. Okay. So maybe that's where like I got too much influence off of that because I can't do any project without like minor or majorly injuring myself from trying to wire security lights and shocking myself and falling off a ladder to like I've had, and I feel like we've probably as dads or just as husbands or whatever providers anything
Whatever we are.
we've all had our Tim Taylor moments. I know you've had a lot because I've talked to you about when like you're hanging Christmas lights or you're like, hey, I got a new
When I fell
lawnmower.
off the ladder and was hanging from the roof. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think you've had more than I have, actually, when I think about it. And you know what? You keep trying. So good for you.
I keep trying. Me good.
Yeah, you haven't gave up yet. I know,
me bad. Choo chow chow.
I know Lily keeps probably upping your life insurance policy every year, but still.
She does. That's why.
Because she's a smart lady. He's the smart one in the relationship.
She is a smart one. All right, what's your number 4?
Okay. Non-traditional dad.
Okay.
Master Splinter.
Yeah.
Well,
and it's not. You don't have to be a biological dad.
No, you don't even be the same species. No, he's a rat.
He's a rat. No, and in a good way. We don't
in a good way. Yeah,
not in like a stool pigeon way.
No, he's not like narking people out. But yeah, like imagine that. Like, hey, I'm a rat and I know martial arts. This is cool. And like if you're self-aware, but like now I gotta raise 4 turtles
or teenage turtles.
Yeah, and I think
he's Jackie Chan now.
He is.
Yeah, in the new Turtles movie.
Oh, for the Last Ronin, is Jackie Chan doing that?
No. From Mutant Mayhem.
Oh, Mutant Mayhem. I forgot about Mutant Mayhem. Like, not that it was forgettable. I just actually
Oh,
forgot that I watched
movie.
it. Yeah, it was pretty good. It was actually pretty good. There is supposed to be a Last Ronin movie, though, I believe.
Oh yeah, no, it's in production right now.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Or they're writing it.
Last Ronin, Spaceballs 2.
With Josh Gad at the helm.
Mm-hmm.
You know that's gonna be good.
Like it's Gad's good. I think I just saw who I forgot to add to my list, but whatever. I got the list is long enough anyway. But yeah,
Randy North.
Master Splinter. Huh?
Randy North.
No.
John Holmes.
Randy Marsh.
Randy Marsh. He's on mine.
I was like, somebody's gonna put him on there. But yeah, like Master Splinter, like discipline, teamwork, instilling values, and plus, you get in that argument of like, my dad can kick your dad's ass. Like your dad's Master Splinter.
Yes, he can kick my dad's ass.
He can kick everybody's ass.
That's true.
So yeah, you get one up there. All right, who's your 4th?
My 4th, a man so smart, he cloned himself to have a child. Professor Farnsworth from Futurama.
I guess I thought about putting him on there, and I forgot about the clone child. What was his,
Herbert, wasn't it?
Not Herbert. Norbert? No.
Norbit?
Norbit, maybe? No, not Norbit.
No, not Norbit.
Farnsworth's clone. Was he a good dad though? Hubert. Yeah. Hubert was Hubert's son, sort of.
Hubert,
paternal clone.
Hubert was
growth on
Herbert.
His back.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he raised him. We just said nerdy dads.
Yeah, but was he a good dad?
He was a dad.
He was a dad. Okay. Well, let me just keep Bill Cosby on my list then. We're gonna.
Well, I'm saying
we're gonna be like that.
So he was technically dad, even though technically Hubert is his twin brother. Technically,
yeah.
So, but I just thought it would be funny to put him on the list.
I considered it. I just trying to figure out how to make it work.
But Yeah, maybe he's not a good dad. So okay, so in that case,
Hold on, I'm
we're
taking
gonna
Cosby
scratch.
off my list again. Okay.
We're gonna scratch Farnsworth,
Mm-hmm.
and then move up
Go to the bullpen.
Danny Tanner.
So I had next. Actually, I had a split fifth, but
I've kind of got a split fifth, but I'm gonna say Danny Tanner.
I also had Danny Tanner.
Because Danny Tanner, you know, the neat Nick, always had life lessons for his girls.
Mm-hmm.
Married Vicky? What?
Was it Vicky? Did he? Yeah, he did. I'm trying to remember the whole story. Well, and he took care of not just his kids, like the whole family.
Yeah. Rebecca Donalds. No,
Oh, Rebecca.
that's Uncle Jesse.
Uncle Jesse was Danny's deceased wife's brother, right?
Right. Yep.
Okay.
Who was his spouse? His spouse was,
Rebecca.
I swear it was Vicky.
No. Uncle Jesse wife.
No, not Uncle Jesse, Uncle Danny or Danny Tanner.
Did he get married?
Danny's girlfriend and briefly fiance. Oh, I guess they didn't get married.
Yes, I don't remember him getting married. I didn't know Uncle Jesse's first name was actually Hermes. I'll be dang.
Oh, I forgot about that. But yeah, no, he was always there on Friday nights teaching us life lessons, how to clean the house. It's okay for men to clean the house. You know, always there.
I feel like Danny Tanner should be higher up on your list than you have him.
Well, this isn't no particular order though.
Well, so I had split Dan's for my fifth.
Okay.
After our pre-show discussion, I had Danny Tanner, also Dan Connor.
Yep, and that was Lily's number one.
That
Why Dan?
just varies for a lot of the same reasons as Homer, actually.
Yeah.
Like Dan Connor and Homer Simpson are pretty close, I think. Yeah. I would say they're pretty close, but yeah, he just another one of those like every man's dads, right? Like didn't do everything perfect, but did everything he could to the best of his ability. Wasn't afraid to go to bat. You know, he beat the shit out of what's her face's boyfriend. I remember that one episode. He found out what was
Becky's,
not Becky, but Roseanne's sister's boyfriend.
Oh, Jackie. Yeah.
Jackie's boyfriend. Yeah,
when
he
he
just
came back with his hand shaking, he had to wrap it because he broke it.
Yep. He's like, I'll be back, and just leaves. Yeah. I remember that episode.
After he beat that. Who was it that beat her up?
It was her boyfriend.
Yeah, which one though? She had a lot.
She had so many. I know. She got around. But
who was it that here, you keep talking, I'm gonna look that up. Who beat up Jackie?
Yeah. Who beat up Jackie? But
Jackie
yeah, just Dan was he was one
Fisher.
of those.
It was Fisher, that's right.
Okay. Yeah,
and he went to jail for that.
Dan did go to jail. Cop showed up and he willingly went. And so Dan was one of those super relatable middle to lower middle class, you know, even though they were they're in Chicago, weren't they? Or Chicago suburbs.
Chicago.
I felt very relatable to that family. You know, that was you know, before like Roseanne lost her shit way later on. But during that time, you know, in that final episode, that was whoo.
Yeah.
When they lost Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they brought him back and said, "Oh, that was a dream. Just kidding."
Yeah, we'll do that. So there's like, and I got some on my list still that are like influential dads, but not necessarily influential to me. Maybe I took a little bit here and there from them. See, we already talked about Al Bundy. I think just super influential for, we're going to veer off of pop culture, even though it's still pop culture, and into nerd culture. And that had just a huge impact on the property. And we would not have it without this dad doing what this dad did. Anakin Skywalker.
That was my first one.
Did you really have him on there?
Yes, Vader's my number one.
Is your number one dad?
Yes.
Well, he did redeem himself.
That's here's why. He brought the twin. He was created by Darth Plagueis.
Mhm.
Um,
You know, technically, yeah, Vader is the dad. You know, Anakin got her knocked up, but
Yeah.
he was Vader when they were born. I saw this as a debate somewhere one time. Like, is
yeah,
Darth
he's
Vader the
Vader when
dad?
he's born, so it's Vader. When he was Anakin, he saved, he won the Clone Wars.
Mhm.
Basically. I mean, that's debatable, but basically.
He did a lot of things
in,
single-handedly.
in the end, he created the twin.
Ow.
In the end, he did the right thing, saved his son and daughter,
Mhm.
and he saved the galaxy.
For a little while.
But he threw the Emperor. He killed the Emperor. He saved the galaxy.
He didn't kill him good enough.
He didn't kill him good enough. He killed him just fine.
He killed him just fine.
But yeah, no, Vader was my number one because he was a Jedi. I mean, granted, he went down a dark path, but everyone does once in a while. Just maybe not killing younglings.
You're like talking like he tried coke once and went down a dark path. He
got some of that space Mantel mix.
Like
got
he
some of
didn't
that
just go
spice.
down a dark path. He led people that were also on the dark path, literally the dark side.
But you know what? At the end, if we're talking
He totally
iconic,
redeemed himself. Yes.
if we're talking iconic dads in nerd culture,
Okay, iconic. Okay.
that would be Everyone Knows Vader.
Yes. I
That would be
cannot disagree at all.
That would be the best sitcom. Everyone Knows Vader. That's me.
Oh man. I remember with my oldest when we because she would watch a little bit of Star Wars here and there, but she wanted to watch them all.
Right.
And so we took a weekend, like a 3-day weekend, and we watched all of them. We binged them. We did Machete Order too. And we did not skip episode 1 because I found out with younger people, you don't skimp around on the prequels. They love the prequels. So we did Machete Order, including episode 1. And then when there was the reveal that Vader was Anakin, was Luke's dad, she was like, oh my God. She was like 9, maybe 10. And I was like, what? She goes, Vader's his dad? I'm like, yeah. Like, Darth Vader is Luke's dad. It's his father. I'm like, yeah, he just said that. I'm like, you didn't know that? And she goes, no. I was like, I thought everybody knew. It's like, I didn't know. Nobody told me. And she just has a fit, like arms flailing around and like somehow.
I would like when she's doing VR.
Mm-hmm. Exactly like that. And so somehow she dodged that information all the way up, and I was able to be there for the reveal. And I feel like as a dad moment, I did good there.
I'll go with that.
Okay, so we both had Anakin. I've got one here as a, somebody that would do anything for their family.
Meatloaf?
And, no, that is for love. But he won't do this.
But he won't do that.
This. What we're doing. This dad did, I think. He would, I don't know. But still, I think of somebody that would like, you want to go above and beyond for your family, like whatever they need. We talked about Homer doing the things, Rick doing the things. And when it really comes to it, you know what? Like, I'm going to put my family in front of myself, at least for a while. And we're going to try to make things better. Walter White.
Okay. Walter was on my list as an alternate. But here's the thing. I had Bryan Cranston because you can, on the same side of the coin, you could say Hal from Malcolm in Middle. Because, there's that fan theory that Hal became Walter.
I think that's a stretch.
Oh, no, it's a big stretch, but it is a fan theory.
Yeah, it's a fun one. Just 1 second.
Okay. But yeah, no, there's a fan theory that Hal became Walter, that they're one and the same. But so you could say, Hal's on my list too as an alternate. Walter, knew he was dying, so making meth, the best meth to make sure his family was taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
What greater dad is that?
Yeah. Well, that sounds like a lot of dads where I grew up from. Not for those reasons, just making meth. Yeah. It's a thing.
It's a thing. Okay. My next one. Had Tim Taylor on there. Red Foreman.
Oh, I forgot Red. How did I forget Red?
from that 70s show. You know, he's always threatening if the kids didn't do right, he was threatening to kick their ass.
Mm-hmm.
He hated Kelso.
He did.
So Red
Rightfully
Foreman.
so.
Yep. Another one that I grew up with, watching all the time, Dr. Jason Seaver from Growing Pains.
Only watched a little Growing Pains.
I love Growing Pains. Uncle Phil made
Oh,
my
Uncle
list
Phil.
from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I should have had Phil higher on my list.
Carl Winslow made my list
Mm-hmm.
from Family Matters.
So I've got one that's I think is very similar to Dan Connor.
Mm-hmm.
Dressed similar to Dan Connor. Also at the series finale, also met an unfortunate end. You got any guess? I swear this character had to be modeled off of Dan Connor. There's no way he couldn't have been.
I know this is gonna hit me. What?
Earl Sinclair.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, everyone died at the end.
Well, they did all die at the end.
Earl Sinclair from Dinosaurs.
Yes.
That was sad.
That was so sad. The baby.
I think, yeah, he was modeled off of Dan.
Had to be. There's like no way he could not have been. I don't think I only had like two on my list that are like newer than 2000.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is the nostalgia for us.
I guess so, yeah.
This is what we grew up with. Like another one was Dan from the Wonder Years.
Mhm.
Kevin's dad, Dan
Oh.
Arnold.
Would you throw in Papa
Dan
Smurf?
Arnold. Technically, he was a.
Was
Technically,
he a good dad?
I think he was. He was trying to always smurf it around.
Yeah,
He was
well,
just
yeah.
smurfing his Smurf all over the place.
Well, okay. Give me that.
That's the ultimate dad. Next I had Ted Mosby from How I Met Your Mother.
You know, that was another one I only watched a little bit here. That was during my not watching a whole lot.
Yeah.
Which I'm back into my not watching a whole lot of TV spiel again.
Well, the reason I say Ted, he sat there for 8 years telling about how he met the mother.
Hmm.
And he had marvelous misadventures. Well, I guess Captain Knuckles could be in there too, from Flapjack.
Who else would be
Other-like
a good?
figure.
I mean, you had Randy Marsh.
Yeah, okay, so Randy Marsh was on there because of penis magic in Teddery Farms. And come, Stan, it's Papa. Stan, it's Papa. And when like Randy, to get the medical marijuana, gave himself ball cancer and
And the wheelbarrow.
yeah, and then they were all hopping, and then he convinced all his friends, and they were all hopping around on it like those little pop balls with that music. Oh yeah, Randy Marsh. Randy Marsh is a great
Randy was
father.
a good dad. You know, and
He just cray.
he was a little crazy. He had good intentions. And like, you know who else I think was not a terrible dad?
Who?
Like who tried really hard, and he was just like cut off. His family just didn't let him. Jerry Smith.
Oh yeah, from
Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Jerry tries. Well, of course, Jerry didn't get a job for quite a while either.
No, I mean he had his faults, but
We all do.
I still love him. You're a horse doctor.
Yeah.
That I've got
the-
something funny
the
about
daycare
that
The
after
daycare
the
for
show.
Jerry's.
Doesn't necessarily have to do with horses, but that whole situation.
Oh God.
You know,
I
could
look
we
forward to
count?
this.
Could we count Brian from Family Guy as a father? Because he
He had a lot of kids.
he did. Oh yeah, he had that litter.
Yeah. Well,
He did.
well, no. That litter ended up being Carter's kids. Remember?
Oh, that's right.
But
I mean,
no,
if-
he has like a teenage son though.
If we count Brian, then we can count Jake the dog.
Yeah, or Peter Griffin,
Yeah,
Stan Smith. I mean, there's a bunch. We could
Stan
count.
Smith's good dad. You know what? I just want to go with. I do want to go with Jake the dog just because of John DiMaggio. So
yeah,
go out there. But he had a lot of kids. Jake Jr. How many did he have?
From Adventure Time.
Yeah.
I don't know because he had kids with the unicorn, wasn't it?
Yeah, I forgot her name. Let's see here. Let me look. Quotes, reception.
It's not with Puffy Space Princess. Oh, you guys.
You mean Lumpy?
Lumpy. Oh yeah, Lumpy Space Princess.
Hey, you guys.
Oh, you guys. I want a hot body.
It was with Lady. So
That's right. That was her name.
He had Charlie, Jake Jr., Kim Kilwan, TV, and Viola. So he only had 1, 2, 3, 4. He only had 5.
That's still impressive. He had time to do that.
Yeah, because Kim Kilwan started the. He was like the corporate business. Jake. He's always very disappointed in his father for not having ambition.
That's true. So that's our list.
That's the list.
So what do you all think? You guys tell us who your top 5 would be.
Oh.
And B-Rob right now is at the San Antonio Comic-Con. Been there for 4 days with his kid. Looking forward to hearing about that. We'll do an episode over that, his experience there and who he met and stuff. And we might have made him get an autograph of Tatiana. I can't ever pronounce her last name. The chick who played She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Because we know how much he loves the She-Hulk show. He hates it.
I love it.
So yeah, but we
not the
made
show.
him
I just love that he hates it, and then he had the things he had to do.
Oh yeah, we made him get an autograph for Lily, and she's gonna put it on her She-Hulk. I got her the She-Hulk where she's dressed as a lawyer, and Lily's a lawyer, and so she's gonna go display it in her office, show her judge, and then I got him one for his birthday too. And I think it's a chase. It's a glittery one. It's She-Hulk in this glittery dress. I remember when I gave it to him for his birthday, he was like, God damn it. But he got it autographed.
You displayed that proudly.
Yep. Loud but proud, B-Rob. So, well, we're going to end it here, gang. And this will be it for Kyle for a while. Hopefully not, if we can get this other thing figured out.
We'll find out.
But if not, maybe I can get him down here. He's going to be closer now. He's going to be 45 minutes versus an hour and a half. Maybe I can get him down here. We can record in person.
Yep. Well, I'm not completely gone.
We'll figure it out.
Yep.
So, but with that, this has been Every Man's Guide to Nerddom. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kyle. And wherever you guys are, have a great evening, nighttime, morning time, whatever time it is, wherever you are. And please be good to each other.
Stay fresh, cheese bags. See ya.
It could get elevated. Nerdcore could rise up. It could get elevated. Nerdcore used to be just a made-up word.